Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day one of the Mania Marathon, wherein I will be playing through all of Sonic the Hedgehog's greatest games. Well, specifically the ones that I own, anyway. Culminating in the ultimate final moment there, where I get to play Sonic Mania when it comes out in 4 weeks, for me, and possibly you. My volume is very loud. I should probably do something about it, but I'm having fun. So I figure a great way to start this off is to talk about my history with Sonic, because, well, why not when you're playing Sonic the Hedgehog? I had Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as my very first video game. Before that, we had a Nintendo, we had Mario, and all of that jazz. I'm gonna get an extra life, because I can. And if I don't get the extra life, that would be hilarious. Nope, I got exactly enough. And we're back. Anyway, nope. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, we went down to the local, not GameStop, because it was not GameStop then, and they had, things. I think it was EB Games, that's what it was. No, I failed. They had a thing to let you play different games. They had that like throughout their entire life cycle there, and we were looking at the Super Nintendo, and the guy said, well, let me show you some other options, and he brought me over to a Sega Genesis with Sonic 3 on it. I played that and said, yeah, I don't want anything else, this is the best one. So I got it. At least that's how I remember it anyway. So, I had Sonic the Hedgehog, it was my game, the one that I owned. It wasn't my brother's or my father's, it was mine. But, you know, that said, I started on Sonic the Hedgehog 3, so I am used to being able to spin dash. So I'll always have a weakness when playing this game in that it doesn't feel right, even though it was the original. Yeah. I usually use the spin dash to deal with situations like that. Oh, I remember this, though. You miss these jumps and you still die. It's like, I'm immortal, you can't kill me. Oh, wait, I just died. Or you can carefully jump across the spikes, just because. So, this series, I'm playing through the Sonic games. I have quite a few of them. You know, there may be some lag at some points because I'm playing this on Steam. By the way, you can buy all of the Sega Genesis and a lot of not Sega Genesis Sonic the Hedgehog games on Steam. They run in a specialized emulator designed by Sega, and it even has a workshop support where people can put their ROM hacks on it. So if I wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 with Knuckles, I could. I'm not doing that for the purposes of this series, though. Because, honestly, I haven't played Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for a long time. I have played Sonic the Hedgehog 1, even though I didn't have it back on the Genesis days. What happened is they had a Sonic Mega Collection, I think is what it was, on the GameCube. So we got that, and, you know, because we had that, I was able to play Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It's these walls that make not having to spin dash truly difficult. Because I can learn to always run and jump at my enemies. I don't know why I'm focusing so hard, it's just Robotnik! Safe space, right here. Safe space. I wasn't in it. I didn't play a lot of Sonic 1, and mostly what I did back then, because I was still young at that point, was just put in the cheat codes for debug mode and screw around flying around the levels and putting down rings and random broken sprites everywhere. This is usually about where I wind up finishing this game when I was trying to play it back then. And I don't usually get a lot further than this level. Ow. Making the lava level level 2 is kind of standard, actually. And wonderful. On that Sonic Mega Collection, there was, all the Sonic games. I think pretty much all the ones that I'll be... a lot of the ones I'll be playing on this mini-series. As well as... non-Sonic games. I always wished I had the Japanese version, because that had this game called Comic Zone, which I'll probably play at some point. But the one I had Ristar on it, and I just mostly played Ristar because it was really good. And I didn't have cheat codes for it. Well, there were cheat codes, but they were level selected. Even the young child version of me knew that level selecting was not a good way to beat the game, because I wouldn't know what to do. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll probably talk about that one later anyway. Woof. This part right here is usually why it's hard for me to stick with this game, because it slows down quite a bit. Which... is very normal for these older Sonic games, actually. You go through them and you're like, huh, this feels very slow, because the game wasn't always about going as fast as you, can. Probably shouldn't have got that bubble. It was about being very careful and moving through the levels. I do like the way they've done some of the more recent Sonic games in that, Generations was the best recent Sonic game, just because they actually tried. Also, it's the only one I played recently, past the Adventure series. And Generations is about carefully going fast. It's a very good, very fun game to, speed run, so to speak, or, practice the best maneuvers and get through it as quick as you can. High scores, there you go. Yeah. Hard part about playing this one is that I don't have the kind of internalized processes of how to play the game in its entirety. Sonic 3 is the game that I can just play through 100% up until the Casino Zone, because when I was younger I didn't know how to get past the little the bouncy circular platforms. Not really bouncy. I guess bouncy. The ones that go up and down and leave you sitting there like, how do I get past this? Tails, can you please stop? Oh my goodness, I'm done with this game. I'm gonna go and play something more fun, like, well, it was on GameCube, so it was maybe Paper Mario or something. Run fast through the lava! Ooh, that bumper was mean. That's my ultimate weakness, is I keep trying to go and then falling into doom spaces. Oh, that was quick. Oh yeah, neat. It instantly starts looking up and down. Just appreciating the music there for a moment. Because, as it stands, Sonic the Hedgehog probably has the best game soundtracks ever. And all of you, people who played Final Fantasy, you're wrong. So, You're not my friends anymore, I'll tell you that. Well, I'm not your friend anymore, because you've all decided to grab your torches and pitchforks and murder me. That's probably a different conversation when we play something that generally alludes to the fact that I did not have PlayStations, so I never played Final Fantasy. I'm gonna game over, probably, and then this video is going to end, and I can stop making people dislike me. I don't want to game over on this level, though, because I like the next one. Because, again, I'm unconventional and possibly inhuman, and I like the water levels in games. Bioshock's a fun game for that. Haha! Points! Aww. So, overall, the series, I'm not entirely certain how I'm going to run it completely. But generally speaking, the point is very much to go through my entire collection of Sonic games and then end it off with playing Sonic Mania on the day it's released. Because, yes. Yay, I made it. I didn't even get an extra point spot that time. So if everything goes completely according to plan, these will be 3 games a week. Because I believe I have 12. There's 4 weeks. Therefore, 12 and division and mathematics and such. One math later, we come to 3 games a week. Though 100% I'm not certain, because there are some games in the Sonic franchise that I feel will deserve more than a video. So we'll see how that works out. Ooh, can you feel the lag? Can you feel the sunshine? I don't have Sonic R, so that's going to be a very sad thing. Yep, Sonic the Hedgehog is a puzzle game. I do hope that I can survive for quite a while on 1 life. It's a good thing I got that extra life earlier. I also believe that Sonic the Hedgehog is one of those games where dying at 1 life ends you for eternity. Oh. Ow! Does this fall? Am I about to die? Yeah. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Listen to that drum kick. There's certain musical, there's certain music in certain stages of certain Sonic games that just kind of blows the rest of the soundtrack away, but I think on the overall, Sonic 1 might have had the better... Oh, nuts. So in conclusion, Sonic 1 has the best soundtrack of all time. And... well, I'll see you next game.